Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here talking to Argrim the Bleak. Basically he's the second in command, I suppose, here in the Dead Nations. I think, or Dead's Nation? It's something like that. I think it is Dead Nations. And not Dead Nation, but I don't remember. And he's telling us about the dead, not the Dead King, hopefully not yet anyway. Well, actually he is dead. These guys are all undead. This is that's why it's called the Dead Nations. And he was talking to me about, or to us, about his king. Let me ask you about someone else, though. Who? Tell me of yourself. It indicates, yeah, it's stave and robes. I am called Argrim. I am the high priest of the citizens here. I spread the word of the Silent King to his followers. How did you come to be here? I passed away long ago and found that beyond death lies only oblivion. Fortunately, I was able to step back at the last moment from the brink. Step back? Yes, I awoke here. I wandered the catacombs for untold days before stumbling into the throne of my lord, the Silent King. He spoke to me, and from that fated meeting, the Dead Nations was born. The Dead Nations, yeah, it is there, but was born, which is really weird. It's a really weird way of putting it, but, well, I suppose you mentioned followers. Who else is here? We, the skeletons, other undead zombies and ghouls. There were once shadows, but they have long since fled. Sometimes one of the living spends the last of its days here. Also, far to the east live many cranium rats. Yeah, they do. Tell me of your kind. We tend to the quiet ones, the true dead, and obey the word of the Silent King. Our work here has gone on for centuries. Okay, who else inhabits this place? Okay, so he goes back to the thing that he said before. Tell me of the other undead. The zombies, please. They serve the Silent King and the Dead Nations as laborers. They work beneath the guidance of Stale Mary. What the? That's, whoa. The most intelligent and wisest among them. For a moment there, I thought there's a lot of levels to that name. I'm not sure that all of it is on purpose, but That was kind of surprising and funny at the same time and appropriate. I like the name. Tell me about Stale Mary. She is, because she's undead, of course. That's mostly the appropriate part of it. She is the most intelligent of what some call the rotting herd. Those zombies which populate the Dead Nations. Unlike many of us, her heart did not depart at the moment of death. That is as much as can be said. What about the rotting herd? They serve the Silent King and the Dead Nations as laborers. Okay, that goes back. Wait a minute. So he said that already. Yeah, it's the zombies. That's what it is. Okay. So can ask about himself and his followers. Yeah, what about the rats? They are hive-brained vermin who once came here in great numbers, feeding upon the corpses in our care. The ghouls have, for the most part, driven them back. They no longer leave their warrens to the east of here. Do they have any weaknesses?
Updated my journal.
Their strength is in gathered numbers. If one were to find and slay small separated groups, the stronger packs would slowly lose power. In the rat warrens to the east, for instance, they are very powerful. Brain vermin killed in the hive above might weaken them here, though. Really? That's good to know. Interesting. So they don't need to actually be together like in the same little spot. Like if there's a rat over here and another rat over there, they kind of connect. And if there's a rat over here and another rat on the next level, they connect as well, which is weird. That's not... Anyway. That doesn't really... That's... I don't... What? How do I go back to those questions that I was having? Because I thought I had more, but yeah. Where am I? It gestures all around itself, within the borders of the Dead Nations, the halls of the Silent King. Okay. What are you doing here? It indicates his stave and robes. Yeah, okay, so he goes back and I can ask him about the other things. Okay, good. Who inhabits this place? And that's the other... Okay, so it gives... I got all the questions already. Because they kind of connect in between themselves, which is a good thing. But for gameplay purposes, it's kind of iffy, if you want to read everything, basically. So, yeah, let me ask you of someone in particular. Oh, that's right, I remember Soego, that's right. He tries to convince us to give up this pretense of life, as he calls it, and pass into the true death. He claims that it is our passions that anchor us to this life, and we must let go of them and our duty. He wants us to die.
Updated my journal.
Some listen to his words, but none have chosen to surrender themselves to his beliefs. Those that did would be forever silenced. Our numbers would dwindle, and all that we have here would be destroyed by what surrounds us. Soego may believe he is doing right, but in truth, he is causing great harm. Why do we allow him to stay? We cannot force him to leave. Who knows? Well, he knows we cannot harm him. The dead truth. Not truth. Truce. The dead truce. No one dead by injury or dustman unless first attacked. Also, the Silent King wishes no slaughter in his halls. Okay. So, which probably means that even if he attacks you, you probably won't be able to attack him, because the Silent King wishes no slaughter in his halls. Okay. So, I can ask him that again. Okay, good stuff. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? It shakes its head. I have seen no such thing. Why dost thou seek this object? For a man named Farod. Okay, so he goes back. Yeah, he goes back to the first issue that we had to consider with him. So we can rest over here, and we're in need of healing. Can you help me? No. Were thou not a prisoner here, awaiting thy death, the answer might be different. Okay, well, that's all I wish to know. Farewell. Okay, so Hangrim, or Argrim, won't let me see... We got a bunch of ghouls over here. He won't let me see the Silent King, and he won't help me very much either. Let's have a chat with the skeletons. There is no meat left on the bones of this ancient animated corpse, only a few colored rags, which seem to serve more as decoration than clothing. Greetings. And greetings to thee, the thing's calm, faraway voice echoes from within its skull, expelled with a cloud of dust. I had some questions. I shall answer what I can. Dust falls from the joints of the skeleton's jaws as it speaks. Ask what thou will. I have more than enough time to speak with thee. I'm now finally understanding why Hargrim actually talks like this, because they're very old. This is supposed to be old speak. Well, you know, it is effectively old speak, but because these guys have been here for a long time, they just don't die, so they keep their mannerisms and stuff. And most likely because all of them are very old, they would reinforce their own mannerisms. Why have I been made a prisoner? The skeleton touches its chin, tilting its skull slightly upwards. Well, the ghouls are permitted to feast upon all those found robbing the catacombs. The Silent King felt it would be best to let other intruders, those caught wandering and made prisoners, such as thyself, languish here to lapse into our care, rather than be devoured by the ghouls. Thou may wish to ask Hargrim, or our High Priest. It is he who speaks to the Silent King. Yeah, tell me about him, about the Hargrim dude. Our High Priest, it is he who speaks to the Silent King, giving us our Lord's word and law. He is here, in the antechamber of the Silent King's throne room. Yeah, tell me of the Silent King as well. Our Lord and Master. He is called the Silent King because he speaks only in times of dire need. The skeleton gesticulates as it speaks, old joints creaking and popping as it does so. Ask Hargrim, our High Priest, of him. He can tell thee more. Okay. Who else inhabits this place? This place is a place of the undead, ruled by our Silent King. There are zombies here, as well as ghouls. Farther away, in the catacombs to the east, live cranium rats. Oh, yeah, okay, so are the cranium rats? Yeah, the cranium rats are all the rats. Because I got a couple of rat totems, or whatever those are. Trinkets, whatever. So I was kind of confused. That might be two versions of these things, but it's just the rats that we found before. Also, on occasion, one of the leaving, one such as thyself, or Soego, ventures down here. So I can ask about the Silent King, and I can ask him about his own kind. The skeleton nods. We are the oldest of the undead here, the most free of flesh. We make an effort to serve as guides and mentors to the others, maintaining a healthy community here. Okay, that's very noble of you, I guess. What about the others? The zombies. Strong but slow of mind and body, they have retained more of their humanity, their emotions, than we. They serve our community as workers, laborers under the guidance of Stale Mary, the most caring and intelligent of them. Yeah, what about her? She's slow, but caring and wise. She acts as a mother of sorts to the other zombies. She may be found in a chamber west of here where thou first entered the Dead Nations. Okay. Excuse me. So I want to go back over here. And about the cranium rats, yeah. Vermin, whose intelligence increases according to their proximity with others of their own kind. A serious threat at one time, they raided our charges, disturbing the bones of the Silent Ones. Now they keep to the easternmost portions of the catacombs. The ghouls caught and ate enough of them to put an end to their pillaging, if only temporarily. Your charges? Oh, the Silent Ones, yeah. Who would disturb them? Many. He ticks them off on yellowed, dust-covered finger bones as he speaks. Hungry, uncontrolled ghouls, rats, and most of all, the leaving. Those from the buried village, servants of a man named Farod, after descend into the vault of the Dead Nations, disturbing the Silent Ones. I do not know why, nor do I care. My only concern is that we stop their foul laboring. Yeah, I guess I sympathize with them. I mean, they're basically con artists, and I have really been given relatively little reason to just dislike outright the Dustmen. I mean, it also is a problem for the Dustmen, although it might be a little bit of a relationship between these guys and, you know, the Dustmen seem to be wanting to kill these guys, but in doing so, they would allow the guys from the buried village to sell them even more corpses, the same corpses that they eventually bury and get stolen and then sold again. So yeah. Where am I? Okay, did I ask that? Anyway, if I did, it doesn't matter. What are you doing here? What do the living do in a world above? We go about our lives here, in the quiet darkness. We work to protect our charges, the Silent Ones, from the depredations of others. Okay, so, who inhabits this place? That's the other questions that we got. Tell me of Swego. Yeah, Swego. He is a missionary of sorts, a dustman who hopes to persuade us to surrender ourselves to the true death. He can be found wandering the chapel in the northern reaches of these cold, dusty halls. Thou may wish to speak with him thyself. Okay. So, let me ask you about someone in particular. I can ask, about Stale Mary. No, okay, so I asked that already. So, someone else. I've asked about everything over here. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? The skeleton shrugs, its shoulder blades scraping along the back of its ribcage. No, I have not. Perhaps thou should speak to Hargrim, our high priest. He knows much. Okay, well, that's all I wish to know. Farewell. Okay, so, that's one skeleton right there. I wonder if he's... Oh boy. This rotting male corpse at first seems completely unaware of you. As you approach, however, he turns and nods slowly as if greeting you. Greetings. The zombie moans softly in reply. With each exhalation, the stench of rotting meat fills the air. I have some questions. The zombie makes a series of unintelligible moans. You can't make out anything he's saying. Well, I can't understand you very well. That's really interesting. I wonder if this guy is gonna have a different personality than the other ones. There's no meat. And greetings to D. The things call in faraway voices. Yeah, okay, I'll take my leave now. So they're all the same. What about this zombie over here? This female ghoul reeks of blood and carrion. Beetles and worms crawl through her long, stringy hair, which she sweeps from her yellow eyes with cruel-looking talons. Her flesh has turned a sickly green color and is covered in rot and weeping sores. Says Morty. Don't know if you want to be talking to that thing. Well, I'm surprised, Morty. It's undead. It's female. That's all it usually takes for you. Well, it's not quite the same thing, Chief. They were humans once. Or their ancestors feasted on corpses, and this is what they've become. Pretty nasty stuff, Chief. They're little more than animals, really. Dangerous animals. No, I'll just talk to her just the same. The ghoul narrows her eyes and snarls at you. Her tongue, no less than 2 hands long, curls out to lick her scabby lips. I have questions. Some questions. The ghoul continues to eye you hungrily. She clenches and unclenches her clawed fists as if fighting the urge to leap upon you and feed. Calm yourself and answer my question. Oh boy. The ghoul screeches at you. Silence, meat! No talk! I know listen to meat thing. I hear only your heart, blood in meat veins, sweet delicious blood. Oh, thank you. A tasty, rich heart meat. Thank you very much. Drool pours from its mouth, splattering the ground. Spattering the dusty tiles. No talk! Well, farewell then. Man! Are they all like that? Yeah? Yep. So let's not mess with the ghouls then. Okay, let's open these things. There's zombies. Who's making that noise? Please don't make that noise. You can't right-click them like you can in Baldur's Gate to make them do their noise. Okay, okay, so they're making noise, which is not great.
They opened.
Okay.
They opened.
Yep. See what I can do over here. Or if they get upset if I do this. Hopefully not. A few bone charms. Nothing here. And a dagger. I think it's like the dagger I have. Yep. It's a pretty good dagger. Might give it to him. Nah, probably not going to be as good. And we got a few bone charms over here that go over there. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. I think those bone charms are for defense. Puzzled skeleton. What? Who's making that noise? Please don't make that noise. Mockery? Is he playing Scrabble or something?
They opened.
Okay, so bashing is really easy.
Forced it. Forced it.
With these many people. Okay, so let's save the game and let's see what we have over here, and then let's talk to the puzzled zombie over there. What do we have? We have some claw charms, that's really nice. And some rags, which is also pretty decent. I wonder if I am gonna need these. I mean, the rags, I mean. Okay, put it over there, and put it over here. Dakon over there, got a zombie, nameless, a ghoul, puzzled zombie. Let's have a chat with him. This skeleton is muttering to itself. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, it's a skeleton, not puzzled zombie. Occasionally pausing to scratch its skull. It is old enough so that no meat is left on its bones, only a few colored rags. Greetings. It nods a greeting in return, but does not reply to you. I have some questions. The skeleton looks up at you and grunts in frustration. Not now. Forgive me, but I've the most horrid riddle on my mind, and I can't puzzle it out. Oh, really? What's the riddle? It seems surprised, apparently. Oh, going to give it a try, art thou? Yeah, go ahead. Very well. This is from a chortling buffoon of a bone bag thou may well find nearby. It refuses to give me the answer, and it's killing me. Go on, then. It nods. Okay. Think of words which end in G-R-I, or G-R-Y, sorry. Angry and hungry are two of them. There are but 3 words in the common tongue. What is the third? Oh. What is the third word? The word is something that one uses every day. If thou hadst listened carefully, I have already told thee what it is. Yeah. I think this was more the power of suggestion than anything. When he said the G-R-I, I was gonna read it as the other word, but it's not agree. It doesn't say, you don't say hungry or angry. It's something else. What? How is it tongue? Anyway, there's another word that I thought of. Hungry, horrid, but it doesn't end like that. Well, I don't really understand why I only had 2 options, but let's go with this one. Of course you have. It's stung. It seems incredulous. 'Tis what? But the first 2 sentences are unrelated. Oh, my character just figured it out for me. Okay, so let's see what it is. Think of words which end in "gri." Angry and angry. Okay, there are but 3 words in the common tongue. What is the word? The common tongue. Yeah, they're unrelated. Oh my god, that is tricky. That was tricky. I would not have gotten that one. I absolutely would not have gotten that one. I've gone, yeah, it's just... Anyway, yeah, the first 2 sentences are unrelated, only there to trick you. Remember, there are 3 words in the common tongue. The third word is tongue. Oh, okay, so another thing that confused me, and you'll notice that I was going up and down, it's because I thought he was talking to me, but he was just reciting the riddle. If thou hadst listened carefully, I have already told what it is. That is part of the riddle. That was not him. That confused me as well. If that was him telling me that, it would mean that he knew which word it was. But yeah, that was, yeah. And he's just, of course, that's a devious streak. Why, I have no tongue either. And he stops, then laughs, thus billowing from its creaking jaws. That's good. All right. I thank thee. Of course. Farewell. Okay. 6,200 experience from there. And a half. Half 100. So, that was... Yeah, I would have preferred to gotten that one by myself, but I can't pull it off all the time. And I wonder, though. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 had a bunch of riddles like this. And I'm pretty sure Icewind Dale 2 has them as well, but I never finished that one. So I don't remember if I'm mixing it up with another game. But BioWare likes doing that. Putting riddles. A nameless zombie over here. So I can't understand. Yeah, okay. Why is it nameless? Is it just because it's a zombie? Yeah, but Baldur's Gate likes putting in the riddles, and I like figuring them out. It's good, and it's kind of a little bit of a boasty thing, to be honest, doing it on camera as well. Even though I will probably just display my idiocy for not figuring them out faster than I do. But that one right there, I just have to own it. Good for you guys. To own up to it, and yeah, I would not have gotten that one at all. I wouldn't. To the point where tongue confused me just as much as it confused the skeleton. And we got a skeleton merchant over here, which is great because I need to sell a bunch of stuff. You see a skeleton bouncing from the ball of one foot to another. Air whistles from between its teeth. It looks very, very bored. As you approach, its demeanor changes entirely. Welcome, welcome! I've got a host of items for your perusal, fresh from the latest Berks who've been trying to loot the quiet ones. Would you like to see them? No, not yet. I'd like you to answer some questions, though. Look, I know I've got eternity to stand around and gossip until the cows come home, but the truth is I don't like dealing with the leaving, alright? I take this stuff from the leaving before they die, and I sell it to the other debtors. So if it's all the same to you, I'd rather just, conclude the transaction and go home, alright? So, you want to see what I have? Fine, I'll show it to you. Otherwise, just, leave me alone. Okay, well, just show me what you have. Okay. Very straightforwardly friendly, this guy, even though he didn't want to deal with me. I can respect that quite a lot, actually. I mean, I say quite a lot, but really it's all down to the fact that I don't really understand the notion of standing in a single place for all eternity, and that might be a little bit, problematic for him, especially for his boredom and all that sort of stuff. So we have... Oh, I can use this. Forgot about them. Forgot about that bit. Okay, we got a punch dagger over here that's only usable by fighters or thieves. An iron pry bar, and we got a few other things, and that is that. Okay, so let's see what this guy sells. I got a hiccup, sorry. Hammer of quality. You hammer some quality into stuff, into people, into objects and items and all that. Enchanted battle axe right there. It's not very expensive, so it's probably not very good. I'm not gonna look at it. Ooh. Scroll of Elysium Steers. The caster chooses any target, any single target within range. Then the stream of small meteors rain down and strike the target and surrounding area. 1 meteor for each level of experience, up to a maximum of 10. Each missile inflicts 1d2 points of blunt damage, 1d4 points of fire damage. Anyone within 3 feet of the target takes 1 point of fire damage as well, which is pretty good. And it's a... What is the level? Oh. Which level is it? Can't tell. Is it 3? It is. What that means... Yeah, okay. So what this means is that it's a wizard spell, I think. So I'm gonna buy that. Thank you very much. That sounds like good, actually. That sounds pretty good. Okay, thank you very much. I don't have anything to sell you. I'm gonna save the game here just in case I destroy them. I've learned a spell, which is fantastic. It is, of course, a level 3. So yeah, it is good. At least the damaging thing. And over here, this one is pretty decent as well. The balance of all things, right? It lasts for 1 attack per 4 levels of the caster. Yeah, but it's not very powerful early game, I would say. This one is a little bit better. So there we go. And besides, I think he's got the that precise spell. Yeah, so he'll eventually be able to cast that, but not right now. Not right now. It needs to level up first. Okay, so where to next? I'm going. Was there no passage over there? Okay, let's not go over here. We got a riddling skeleton. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's have a chat with him. Villain! Ruin my fun! Damn thee to Bator! I would spit at thee, had I any. The skeleton turns its head away from you. Oh, don't you be... Come on! Oh my god, that thing is horrid. Horrible! Oh my god. Or maybe it isn't. Who knows? It's just... I don't like that. I no. Silent King be damned. Oh, she's... Oh boy. Soon my blighted ones... No, yeah, she's... Yeah, quite clearly a ghoul, or at least the leader of the ghouls or something like that. Let's not go mess with her for right now. We have a doubtful skeleton over here. Let's have a chat with him. There is no meat left. Okay. He's apparently lost in thought. Well, let's let him find himself from his thought in the next episode, because we're out of time right now. So I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Planescape Torment. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!